You're playing amazing, technique is awesome, but something sounds off, or let's say something sounds awkward. It's not the tone, it's not the way of your playing. Maybe you need to retune your guitar, or maybe please tune your guitar. Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Amir. Last week during my YouTube live, someone put a comment to me that it would be good that you explain how to tune our guitar. I said to myself, really, is this something that these days with internet, AI, ChatGPT, YouTube, etc., that we need to talk about it? With a normal search, you can find whatever you want, whatever you like about tuning your guitar. When I had a discussion with this person, I understood it would be nice to give it a shot and explain and talk about this topic, because it's really crucial to keep our guitar in a good tuning during rehearsal, during having a live show, or in the studio. Also, it can give you the wrong direction in the songwriting when you're a little bit out of tune. So this is something, as a guitar player, out of the tone and out of the other details, would be good to be a little picky about it. So today I'm going to share with you 4 ways of how to tune your guitar, and please follow me until the end of this video, because in the 4th solution I will open the package fully for you. Before we get into the solutions, first of all, I need to explain. We are talking about the standard tuning. Probably you heard or you tried other tunings like drop D, drop C, D standard, C standard, or open C, open A, or tunings like that. For example, drop D tuning means you keep all the strings on E standard tuning, and low E string, which is the 6th, needs to be tuned down 2 steps. Or D standards, all the strings to be tuned down 2 steps in a lower position. But all in all, today we are going to discuss only about E standard tuning as a matter of reference. And whenever we talk about the tuning in the 4 solutions that we have, I mean only E standard tuning, which is in E standard tuning from top to down, from the string number 6 to string number 1, E, A, D, G, B, and E. So let's get into the solutions. Number 1, using mobile phone. So these days most of us are using the smartphones and we are keeping them in our pockets. This gadget is super useful for human being, I can say. It has its own negative points as well, but all in all, this is something that we keep in our hand these days. So there are plenty of applications on our smartphones, on iOS and also on the Android, that we can use them. In my case, as I'm using iOS, there's an application that I'm using and it's called Tuner Lite. When you download this application, when you start to work with it, it's already by default on 440 Hz. Just one point about using a smartphone. It's not that much accurate because we are not connecting our guitar by a cable. So it's a matter of microphone and the distance that we have from microphone and the sound of guitar. In this case, you need to be in the quiet space, not that much noise, and also be close to the phone as much as possible, and try to tune your guitar by clicking on the left sign that you see on the screen, and then you're gonna start from the high E to the low E and tune your guitar. I propose this solution in a situation that you can't tune your guitar through the cable connection. It's not that much accurate, but it can solve the issue.
Protected with the skin on my guy. I have a beast inside, beyond imagination. It's why you won't ever know me. I'm protected with the skin on my guy.
In case you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and you know the game. Solution number 2, using tuner pedal. This is the accurate solution, and I'm using this a lot. You connect your guitar straight via cable to the tuner pedal, and doesn't matter if you're at the noisy space, if you're at the studio, you can hear the crowd or stuff like that, because you have the straight connection via cable from your guitar to the tuner pedal. I myself using Polytune Mini, it works properly. I think it's about 5 or 6 years that I'm using this tuner pedal, but outside also there are tons of pedals that you can go and check, and I can say more or less they can help you and they can solve your problem. So if you want to have a better, more accurate solution, it's better to connect your guitar via cable to the tuner pedal. It's much more accurate on the stage, off the stage, and everywhere. That is my favorite solution all in all. I would like to add another thing as well. For the people that they are using more and more low tunings like drop A, drop B, drop C and stuff like that. In my case, this Polytune Mini worked properly because I'm using drop C on the stage and also drop A without any issue. Solution number 3, using audio interface. This solution is more or less same as the solution number 2 because you connect your guitar straight via cable to the audio interface, and by the recording softwares that we have on our PC or on our MacBook, you can tune your guitar through them. For example, in my case again, it's Logic Pro X. So when you open the software, you have the built-in tuner and you can click on that and it's already on 440 Hz. And again, you can tune your guitar easily. Beside of this, we have tons of guitar plugins out there, such as Steel Tone, Neural DSP, or Amplitude. Also, in those softwares, you have the tuner. You can click on them and you can tune your guitar again through these softwares and plugins. That is another accurate solution in case you are the person that you don't have no pedals and you just record on the audio interface. Probably you know this already. I'm just re-explaining this for everybody. But you can easily go through that, and it's the same way that you are using the tuner pedal. Sometimes using tuner pedal for me has more accuracy, but all in all, there is not that much difference these days. So this solution is another favorite to myself. I propose to connect your guitar via cable through audio interface and do the guitar tuning like that. And finally, solution number 4, using your ears. Yes, you need to trust your ears. Imagine you're in this situation that you don't have none of the options that I thought. You don't have even your smartphone, it's out of charge. So you are in the middle of nowhere, probably in the nature. You have the guitar, you want to play something, you can't tune your guitar because you don't have your smartphone. There is no tuner pedal, and of course you don't have the audio interface to tune your guitar in the nature. So how we should solve the problem here? There is a formula that probably most of you know about tuning guitar, which says that on each 5th fret of the strings, you have the same sound as of the string below. There is one exception in this rule, which says that always on the G string, this goes on the 4th fret, which means that if you have the same sound on the 5th string as the string below, for the G string, you have this rule on the 4th fret. If I want to show in the nutshell, 5th fret on the low E means that string number 5, 5th fret on the string A means D string. When we go to the G string, instead of the 5th, you need to keep the 4th fret. How this works? Probably some of the strings, more or less, it happens for the high strings, like string number 1 or string number 2. They are out of tune because of the weather, because of the distance you brought the guitar by yourself. You need to check 2 strings to each other. When you find a match between the 5th string and also a string below, you can apply those tones on the other strings. This is not that much accurate because probably all of those strings lose the tuning with each other, or maybe when we are talking about those 2 strings to match them with the other strings, those strings also lose their tunings because it was cold, it was warm, you know what I'm talking about. So in this case, we just get the more or less tuning between the strings in a package, but probably we are maybe half out of tune or something like that. But still, it solved the issue in the short term and it can be helpful. So if I want to show you how it works, for instance, I go like this. I try to do this test between string high E, and I see that if I have the same sound on the 5th fret, 2nd string, we don't have the same sound. We lose the tuning. These two can't be the match. So I go to the 2nd and the 3rd string. I touch the 2nd one and I touch the 4th fret on the G string. We have the match here. and afterwards I apply this for the string which is out of tune. And in this case, our string is first one, E. So I do like this. First of all, I make sure this works. Then I go to the top. So more or less, those strings keep the tuning between themselves. Probably we are half out or something like that. By the way, this guitar is not E standard for reference, but the rule is the same. So I try to make the same thing between this one, which has the same rule according to the other strings, and keeps the tuning to the string number one. So our guitar is in tune. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please write down in the comment box what are the other ways to tune our guitar.